Morning everyone, just going to adjust this a minute, sorry. It's always... Alright mate. Yeah, come in. Sorry mate, a bit of technical problems there, hope you're all well.
I'm here.
Kenny's in the building as well. I can't get rid of this here, I can't get rid of this.
Don't worry about that. That's
no,
right.
Because they can't see me, can they?
They can see you.
Yeah?
They can see you. You can't see. You can't. Also, they can see you.
Can you see me clearly on the screen, everyone? And can you hear me? I don't know what's coming.
They can see you. It's just for your benefit.
Right,
they can see all of that.
That's coming on the screen.
No, don't worry about that. It's you can't see that. They can see you because what's happening is that you put the volume up full. Yeah. So that's what means that they can hear you. You're clear. So that's fine.
Can you hear me? You're okay. You can hear me clearly, right? Morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. I've got Kenny here. Kenny, how are you, mate?
I'm all right. We had a nice gym session. Like I said, I was feeling a bit bloated.
He says you smash. You need a shape ball. Yes, I know.
But they can say the same about me, mate.
I hear you loud and clear. Good morning, Amy, from my favourites from AFTV. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good morning, mate.
Well, I'm going to start the cricket. Great start from England, but that man again, Steve Smith.
And Marcus Labuschagne.
Yeah.
Basically what's happening, I think what's happening is that if you look at some of the matches, one of the things is actually Broad bugged fantastically the first 4 overs.
Yeah.
Archer, I don't know whether he's carrying injury, but I don't know whether he's been told to slow his pace down. He wasn't as aggressive as he was at Lords and in the second innings at Headingley. But, there's still a lot of cricket to be played. I thought what it was is that the Old Trafford pitch wasn't the pitch that everyone thought it would be. Everyone thought it would be a nice, fast wicket. Yeah. And, there'd be a lot of pace and bounce. And I think what's happened is that it's a bit of a two-pace pitch. Yeah. And I think they want it to be like a 5-day pitch. So what's happened is the first 2 hours there was actually some swing and seam movement, and then afterwards, when if you can get yourself in on that pitch, what's happened is that you can find yourself difficult to beat. And you found with Labuschagne, he got himself in. And same with Steve Smith as well. But Warner very unlucky to get out. Actually, Warner's had no luck against Broad. He actually leaves the ball, and then as he leaves the ball, it catches the edge of the bat and goes straight to Bairstow. And then there was a good LBW shout as well.
Unfortunately, the weather, unfortunately, the British weather could disrupt this whole series.
But, I think like with a 5-day match, the way both teams back, like I said,
extra day is not really
it's not really needed because the other day we had a lot of rain at Lords, and we had virtually a 3.5-day match, but we nearly got a result. Because the last innings, England were 4 wickets away from snatching a win at Lords, and they finally got there at Headingley. And remember, the Headingley match he went to 4 days, so you just never know with cricket and the situation. But I would say is that if you look at that Old Trafford pitch, you can get yourself in, then you're gonna find yourself very difficult. Obviously there's gonna be movement, and everything. I think of England, what they need to do.
England need to keep it under 400?
I think what England need to do, especially their bowlers, not so much Broad, but Archer, instead of just trying to bowl pace and swing, try and bowl a few leg cutters, and off cutters, because that's where you can protect the batsman. Yeah. And especially in a leg cutter, and then with a leg cutter, you're definitely going to get some wickets if you bowl it properly, because it's going to go as though it's going at a leg side, but it's going to sort of seam back in at it's off stump. And if you get it off stump on the like what we call the fourth stump, then you'll get wickets. So you'll go to slip.
Nicely poised, anyway.
It's nicely poised. I think the cricket is.
Lawrence has just asked me a question. Do you remember the days when we didn't have international breaks?
We're going way back to
Lawrence from Los Angeles.
Lawrence, how you doing, mate? We're going way back to the 1980s, where basically what's happened is that you only had one international match, and then so what's happened is that you have your league games, which is the football league back in the 80s, and then England will have a game on on a Wednesday. It was always a Wednesday, and then Saturday you're back. But I think what's happened with FIFA and UEFA, you basically try to fit in 2 matches during that tournament. So it could be 2 championship matches for the World Cup or the European Championship, or it could be 2 friendly matches. And I think that's where it is as well. Is that another thing as well? One thing about FIFA is they're looking after their associations. So basically, clubs can't throw their weight around. Well, theoretically, but you know what's happened is Aaron Wan-Bissaka's played every match for Man United. He's got a back injury, which is quite extraordinary.
Thank you, Zane.
You know what I mean? So, as I said,
I've got a message from Kevin. Keep up the good work, mate.
Thanks, Kev. But that's the situation. It is that it's kind of 50-50. You know, your associations are, you know, trying to protect the national associations, but clubs always find a way about it. You know what I mean? If England were playing, say, Holland or Germany, would Aaron Wan-Bissaka pull out a back injury? I don't think so. But it's because they're in a very, how do I say it, friendly stroke easy group. You know, it's kind of a given that England will win every match.
Fair enough point. I don't like it. I might pop down to Leyton Orient on Saturday. I think they're at home. I might actually pop down to Leyton Orient.
No, you should do it. Leyton Orient is a lovely club. Everyone in London, around North and East London,
I wonder if they've got any fan cams there. They should. Leyton Orient fan TV.
I don't know. I don't think they would. I think Arsenal fan TV is enough for some people. You know what I mean? But you think of Leyton Orient's always been like a club close to. If you're from North London and East London, you're North London. I'm North London as well. You always had an association with Leyton Orient. Either you had a trial with Leyton Orient, you know someone who played for Leyton Orient, or you just went there to watch Arsenal reserves play Tottenham reserves. But we all had an association with at Brisbane Road, one way or another. It's a good little club, and everyone's probably had a trial there. You know what I mean? There's some good people at the club over the years.
I'm going to touch on this Granit Xhaka.
Yes.
I thought it was a bit arrogant to come out with it.
He's defending himself, isn't he?
Yeah, but he was then pointing, he was really having a dig at the forwards for not missing chances. But the trouble is, I know you said he's defending himself, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather he kept his mouth shut, right? But I don't blame him, I blame the manager for picking him.
You blame the manager for picking him, but the fact of the matter is that it's a situation that Unai Emery kind of inherited with himself. Granit Xhaka is a senior player. He's a seasoned international Switzerland, so he's going to select him. Although I think unofficially, the play's been
a young talent in the first 3 games has been outstanding. Yeah, but has to step aside for him.
Willick.
Yeah, has to step aside. But it has to step aside for a lunatic that goes lunging in like for no reason at all, and I still cannot understand why he done it. I don't know why he done it.
Look at the club.
If you, Kenny, if you're on a football pitch, right, and you see your teammate do that, you'd be fuming, wouldn't you?
Of course you'd be fuming, and that's something you didn't listen. The fact of the matter is that on a list of players that I thought Arsenal should have sold in order to move forward, Granit Xhaka was on that list. But you know the situation is that Granit Xhaka has been retained. Unai Emery has looked at experience, and he's picked him as his captain. Now,
he's picked 3 captains. One is sitting in the stand, not even doing anything. The other one is off. He's gone to Spain.
Yeah, but his main captain. But his main captain is Granit.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say to Granit as well is that Granit's playing in the big time now, and if you're in the big time playing big time football, you have to realise that there are people going to scrutinise your performances, and I'm not just talking people from the fan cams and social media. The fact of the matter is that it wasn't just people on Arsenal Fan TV, it was people on the podcast like Gooner Claude, who was analysing his contributions, and other podcasters as well. And most importantly, it was his peers in the TV studios who analysed his performances and were critical of some of the things he did. So you can't just blame the fans. It was universally around the country, both new media and traditional media were criticising Granit Xhaka's performances. Now, Granit Xhaka needs to realise one thing, that he's now playing in the big league. And one minute, he's playing in a big league for a big team. So if you're playing a big league for a big team, then you have to have scrutiny. Now, if you don't like it, then go and call your agent, and then what you can do is find you a nice club in a nice country where you could be a big fish in a small pond, and then what you could do is that you can play football to your heart content and earn easy money. Now, the only 2 leagues I can think of who are not any of the European leagues. They're probably far out, maybe in Arabia and Asia. So if Granit Xhaka wants an easy life, call your agent.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Seriously, because get used to it.
Also, Unai Emery's got to take responsibility because he keeps picking him doing all this. He still keeps picking him.
Get used to it, Claude. Unai Emery is going to keep on picking him because at the end of the day, he'll pick him because it's seniority.
And at the end of the day, it will cost him his job.
It might cost him his job. But his main man is Guendouzi. We know that. If Granit Xhaka's injured, he's actually doing Unai a favour because Unai can finally get some mobility in midfield. But you and I know is that we had the same situation with Mesut. Would he pick him? Would he want? And then when results were going south and he felt he needed Mesut, he picked him regardless of performance.
You say Guendouzi is Emery's main man,
I
right?
think so.
Not in Emery's eyes, because if Guendouzi got injured, he wouldn't walk straight back in. Whereas if Xhaka gets injured, he walks back. Despite even if we win 4 or 5-0, he'll walk straight back in. It
all walks of football. The only captain in a big club that don't walk straight back in the side is Jordan Henderson, because I think what's happening is that Klopp is of the same mind as myself, that he wants mobility, and like from box to box from his players. Although Jordan Henderson can give him that, he probably feels in terms of like other attributes that like Ronaldo, Fabinho. I'm
with you, my friend. Whoever I miss your name, but I'm with you. Holding, if it's fit, I would put Holding as captain.
Yeah, but I think
he's got that leadership quality.
Well, you say that because
I don't think that's leadership quality doing what he done in that penalty.
My question about Holding is that he's a very good defender, and he's probably going to be a great one. But what's happening is that we seem to lionise him since he's been injured. Maybe because we've been so bad. But you've got to realise is that he has been part of some poor performances as well at Arsenal. But you kind of think that with his experience from now he's left Bolton and he's had the experience of a big club, that it will get better. But you just never know with Unai. He could be a situation, could be Holding and Socrates, or Holding could be trying to break into that team. We just don't know.
Yeah, see, this is another thing I found the other day, right? We had he played 3 at home, 3 defensive players, you would say, and yet we were still opened up.
Yeah, but the reason why you open up is because you have the numbers in a football match, it doesn't mean that they're going to do their job properly. Because at the end of the day, you can have like 3 holding midfielders, but if one of them, if they're going to sit off and allow and not press, Ericsson, not press Sissoko, and not getting Lamella's face, then it's a waste of time, because all they're doing is inviting pressure. So which means is that little space that we were talking about, exposing spaces, Spurs going to have more time on the ball. So if they have more time on the ball, they're going to be on the front foot, going to great attacks, people will run at them, and then not only they're going to have more time on the ball. When they lose the ball, they're going to be in a position where better position where they can press Arsenal, cut off the supply, make Arsenal, instead of Arsenal taking 1 touch, make them take 2 touches, and then what happens is that you close the spaces off, and that's what Spurs did very well. It's because our players weren't in Spurs' faces. They weren't, like I said, they didn't dominate that imaginary space between both midfielders. So what's happened is that you give Spurs the initiative, and that's what we did.
Yeah, someone just said that about Mourinho being critical of sort of not in an obvious way, but being critical of Emery. And they're saying on here, do you think he's sniffing around for the job?
Look, Mourinho's available, and what available?
Do you think he'd ever go to Arsenal now?
Well, the thing what's happened, if you speak to Arsenal fans, right, Arsenal fans don't like Mourinho. They have one thing they don't like about Mourinho is his treatment of Arsene Wenger, his treatment of Arsene Wenger, and also they don't like Mourinho's football, and that's the thing. However, if you look at Mourinho's record, he's won leagues in every country. He's won 2 Champions Leagues. He's
do you know what? I'm gonna dispute all this about football. I think it depends what players he's got. Because when that first Chelsea team that he first had, right, that was a good side. You can't say that was a boring team, that first.
Well, no, we couldn't be anything but boring because simple reason it had players like Robin, Damien Duff, Didier Chopper up front, Frank Lampard, box-to-box midfielder.
Thank you, Sahab. Thank you very much for that, Sahab. Have a great day, Kenny and Claude said.
No, mate. So basically, he's had the attacking flair, and also he had the strong midfielders. He had Mekaleli in midfield. He had a great defence with William Gallas. You know, like John Terry. You know, Carvalho, Ferreira. So what's happening is sometimes with William Gallas kept Wayne Bridge out of the side and played left back because he wanted to accommodate him. So he had a fantastic side, and even his second spell with Chelsea had a fantastic side.
They were good. They were good to watch, but they were very solid as well. Definitely. At the same time.
And you look at his side in when he won the league in 2015. That was a good team as well. And they're very good to watch. He had Francesc Fabregas in the middle doing all the orchestrating. He had Diego Costa up front. He had Oscar, players like that who were good ball players. But sorry, what he did at Man United is that I don't care what anyone says. And Man United fans, I know you watch it. Mourinho deserves a medal for what he done at your club, because getting your team, which is crap, second in the league in 2018, that is probably his greatest achievement, because that was one of the worst, most average Man United teams ever, and he got you second place. And even to this day, Mourinho calls that his greatest achievement because they were bad. You had not only did you have you had average players. You had players who hadn't got a football brain. You can't say Martial and Rashford have got a football brain. Pogba's got all the talent as well, but he's still learning the game. And for Mourinho to get that team second, a miracle. And I don't think I think football lovers like me and you know that. But the casual football fan will think, ooh, he plays football.
I tell you what. At least he's got a pattern of play. I don't see no pattern of play with this guy.
I think the trouble with Mourinho, right? If we had better players, then obviously Mourinho will be able to do much with our club. I think when Mourinho comes to Arsenal now, I don't think he's got the calibre of player that he had at Real Madrid, that he had at International and Chelsea.
There's a lot of snobbery in our fan base about Mourinho.
Yeah, but
it's a lot of snobbery.
But you've got to see some of our fan base. They do contradict themselves. When Chelsea and Man City are winning, we don't want to be like that, winning with money. Then they have this "we care, do you care" thing, and then they have protests outside on kick day. So about Stan Kroenke, what are they posting about? It's lack of spending money. So what do you guys stand for?
We care,
do you stand for doing it the right way or wanting to spend money? Make your minds up. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, once you make comments like that, you've got to stand by it, because people like me and you are going to remember those comments. We don't want to be like them, dope, financial doping, blah blah blah. And then you've got an owner who spends money, is just not spending enough. You go and protest.
We care.
Come on.
We care what?
We care, do you? Do me a favour.
Thank you, Kenny. I mean, I'm not the only one to say it.
I said it all the time. I've had arguments with the thing, and they've told me that it was never anything to do with money. And they said it was about communication. But they only said it was about communication after the event.
Oh, so those deals are already in place.
Yeah, they were. So I don't know what is the process about Kroenke about. I need clarification what you're protesting about, because every time I go back to you guys and I talk about the salaries that we spend on big players, that we had players like Ozil and Mkhitaryan out and on massive salaries, Grant Jones a massive salary.
By the way, who's paying for Mkhitaryan? Are we paying for that?
Well, damn right we are, because he's still our player. We're going to be paying some of his wages. Why not?
Oh no, are we still paying? We're not paying all.
He wouldn't have gone anywhere. He wouldn't have gone to Roma if we weren't subsidising his salary.
No, but we must. Are we paying the whole lot? Are we?
No, we're paying probably a big proportion, maybe half or 60%. But there's no way Roma could afford his salary. On the crowd.
The good thing about all this is now that Reece will get a good...
Well, you hope so. But at the end of the day, it's not a given. Reece has still got to work hard. He's got to do his work in training. When he's picked, he's got to obey his manager's instructions and try and make a difference in the last third. He does that, then he'll have a big future.
Before you go, Kenny, we discussed... these three players, right? I'm now starting to think maybe one has to step down onto the bench because. And I know we're going to get it. Oh, we're going to play the three. We're going to play the three.
Yeah, but if that matters,
the only way I think it can work if they alternate between them. If one pulls out wide and one comes in the middle, I don't know. But to me,
the problem with that is Lacazette's problem. If Lacazette was a similar kind of player to those two players, there's space and power, then fine, you can do that. But what's happened is Lacazette is more.
He's playing in the middle, can't he?
He can't play in the middle.
He can't do that wide. What we're doing, right? Although it's good to see, but it's Aubameyang sacrificing himself a bit. But you're not getting the best out of Aubameyang. Aubameyang is purely a goal scorer.
But the problem with
and you're
Pierre,
putting him out wide.
Yeah, but the problem with Pierre, as we said before, it's a bit conundrum with Pierre. If Pierre can play with his back to goal, and he can bring players into play. And like I said, especially on the counter attack, or when we're trying to give our defensive midfielder play, then he's always going to be playing there because he's got the goals. But the trouble with Pierre is Pierre likes to drift that wide, hunt in and have a shot on goal, or he likes to play off the defender's shoulder where he's getting service. But those attributes that you want to do when we don't have the ball. Pierre can't do that. Laka can do that. Yeah. Obviously, he can't play right, but Lacazette can still drive and make great shots. And he doesn't score enough goals with Pierre, but Lacazette's actually got. You talk about attributes of a complete centre forward. Lacazette's got that more than Pierre, and that's the conundrum that Unai Emery has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know, could you play Pepe? You couldn't even play Pepe.
Well, why not? Because for instance, he can hold the ball up. Yeah. Like I said, he can create start counter-attacks with his pace, and he's direct, so you can play him there. But you didn't buy him to play there, did you? You bought him to play.
I know. People will argue comparing Aubameyang to Henry, and Henry came in from wide and used to. But it's not the same. He's not.
Well, Henry,
Henry had other quality.
Well, yeah, but guess who Henry had? Henry had Robert Pires and Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Aubameyang's. Well, he had Monreal, but he hasn't got Monreal. He's got Kolasinac, who's not an Ashley Cole. You know what I mean?
I just feel this guy. I just feel he's just a finisher. That's it. That's his game.
Got 22 goals last season. Can't complain.
That's exactly. But I think when he's playing down that middle, and you saw it. I'll give you 2 seconds. I know you've got to go. You saw it on Sunday. As soon as Lacazette came off, he was effective, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but that's
then again, Lacazette was effective when he was in the middle. It's like. I think we've got. I think what we've got to do is rotate it around a bit.
One thing you may think is that I think that Pierre's going to play more up front anyway, because I think there's issues with Laka's ankles anyway, and whether he's a finish line. People assume that Laka was left out against Liverpool because of footballing reasons. I think he was left out for fitness reasons more than anything. You know what I mean?
Well, Kenny, I know you've got to go in to
look after yourself.
Thanks for turning up.
No problem. Always good to talk.
Have a lovely day, mate. And
working. I'm not going to have a lovely day.
Well, you know.
I'm sit in a boring office.
You know.
Well, I'll see you soon, mate.
All right, mate. Take care.
Mate. Good to see you, mate.
All the best, Kenny. Yeah, he's got a good. There's some very interesting points there that Kenny's brought up, and who am I to argue? I think his knowledge on the game is great, and I always love listening to Kenny, and it feels like me that maybe the way we could get the best out of Aubameyang is down the middle, but it's open to this whole thing is open to debate. It's getting that right mixture to get the team winning games. That's what it is all about. So who knows what the best way is forward. Yeah, our back line is horrible, yes. Yes, it is horrible at the moment, but you've got to remember there are actually 3 key players missing at this present time, so that will get better. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope you all have a lovely day. I see Harry Simews decided to come a bit too late, Harry, because mate, like you bit too late to come on that, but if you go back, watch the whole thing, Harry. Kenny's made some great points. Harry Simu's got his own Chronicles of a Gooner. Great guy. Don't always agree with Harry, but certainly on certain things, but very, very knowledgeable guy, and well worth going to his channel, Chronicles of a Gooner. Does podcasts as well. Very good, very guy, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, is working at Talk Sport. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. Have a lovely day, everyone. Enjoy the cricket if you're a cricket lover. And anyway, what more can I say? Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you. Bye.